Now, I want to take a minute to really dive deep into property management. See, at the beginning of my career, I started off as a real estate agent buying and selling homes before becoming a property manager and becoming ultimately a real estate investor. I understood that property management is the lifeblood of your real estate journey, especially if you're operating and executing a buy and hold investment strategy. I often come across people when we're working with people and when we're coaching people, I often come across them and they often think about property management last. Property management is not something that people think of right away. Generally, they think about it after they've acquired their investment property. And they learn along the way if they're going to, for example, manage themselves versus outsource it to a property manager. I always recommend that you have some sort of base when it comes to property management knowledge. I think it's very important. But I also recommend that you do your homework before you embark onto a property management venture, which could cost you time and money. You see, managing a property efficiently is what keeps your investment profitable and optimized. Now, when it comes to buy and hold, this is really where property management comes in. You know, a real estate investor who does wholesaling versus a real estate investor who does fix and flips will find little to no use for a property manager. But someone who does long-term buy and holds will find the use of a property manager. And having a qualified property manager oversee and manage your properties will give you more time to look for acquiring new properties. There's a few keys to keeping a property profitable and optimized. Number one, you want to do value add to these properties. Now, when you think about value add in a property management light, this doesn't necessarily mean renovations. This could mean adding services. I'll give you a great example. If we're purchasing a 10-unit property that only has 5 parking spaces available, well, a value add on this type of property can be renting out individual parking spaces for an extra cost of $100, $125 a month. Another point of value add could be, for example, internet infrastructures. Oftentimes, people will pay a premium to have internet included into their rental value. So take, for example, the same 10-unit building that has 5 parking spots. Well, you could add an internet infrastructure to that building that'll allow you to charge an extra $50 or $60 per door only for the specific fact that there's internet included. Just like the parking, it'll become optional whether or not this tenant would want to add on that service. Another service can be laundry. Take that same 10-unit building, for example. The basement has a laundry room. The laundry room has 3 washing machines, 3 dryers that are payable per use. This can add to your revenue at the end of the year. So having a good property manager will help you understand where you could do value add to your properties and add services and products that'll ultimately optimize your cash flow and bring up your income. So if you have the same 10-unit building, you have value add opportunities such as renting out parking spaces, renting out storage spaces, adding internet to the property units, and adding payable washing machines where the tenants get paid per use. Different avenues add extra revenue to your base rent at the end of the year, which will drive up your profit and drive up your NOI. So these value add opportunities will add extra revenue, which will ultimately increase your ROI. Having the proper property manager on your team will help you execute and implement these strategies to optimize your revenue and keep your investment profitable. This is why I feel it's important to think about property management before embarking on a buy and hold real estate strategy.